What's up, my horror fans, my horror nerds, my horror freaks? This is Christian Creasy from the Trio Blood Podcast, and I got my road dogs here, which is
Lionel.
Ira Childs. Here we go with the shenanigans.
this fucking guy right here. this smooth guy right here. This smooth guy.
It's me, baby.
So today's episode, we are going to give our review and thoughts on the latest hit movie from Warner Brothers this year called Weapons.
Yes.
Okay. Weapons is directed by Zach Krieger. If I'm pronouncing that right. This movie follows a school teacher played by Julia Gardner named Justine Gandy, who's on a mission to find the missing children from her classroom. So she's on a journey in this she's trying to find these kids, man.
Yeah.
So this movie takes place in a small town, if you want to say, or a suburban town. Your typical things where people know each other, and everything. So it's a big mystery. So let's dive right into it, guys. First things first. Who wants to start? What was y'all feelings about this movie? What do y'all think?
I really enjoyed the movie. The pacing was good. Overall, good performances. I really enjoyed Josh Brolin's character, which is Archie Graff.
Yep.
Real good. Paul Morgan was phenomenal as well. He played the ex-boyfriend, which was the cop.
Yeah.
Enjoyed those characters.
Okay.
Let me ask you, which moment stood out in this film?
For me, I think one of the moments stood out was the witch.
Okay.
When she came and how she ended up going to the principal's house and his husband or boyfriend or whatever, because I was looking like, what the fuck is wrong with him when he was trying to attack Justine and shit, and he was coming after her because her Arch was having a conversation at the gas station, and we were just looking like, what the fuck? What's wrong with this dude?
Yeah.
And we see how it plays out. So that's what stood out, but not when he was running, but how she did it.
Yeah.
I think when she got into their house and got the bowl, poured the bowl in the water, got her voodoo twitch thing, sticks and stuff, got like pieces of them.
It's kind of like a foreshadow.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, she was telling him, "Can you give me a bowl of water? Can you give me a bowl? Can you get some water?" And then after she did her little potion or whatever,
Yeah.
she did the ding ding.
Yep.
He was under her command.
Yep.
So that was kind of cool.
It was kind of like reminding me of Get Out when she hits the thing. Bing.
Yeah. I think it was layers of different horror films, all twisted in one. Like you got a little Get Out, you got a piece of Witches.
Yeah. Yep.
That was cool. So
What do you think?
I think this is one of the rare cases of the trailer misleading you. Let me clarify that a little bit. The whole time, well, first of all, I enjoyed the movie.
Okay.
I did. I think it's one of the best movies of 2025 so far. But as far as like the trailer misleading you, you're thinking that Julia Gardner, who played Justine, is the bad guy.
Yeah.
And when you actually watch this movie, you're like, wait a minute, she's actually not the bad guy. No. And so I feel like a lot of new movies these days just give away too much in a trailer. And so
Yeah.
I was very satisfied to be misled while watching this movie. There are a lot of things I liked about this movie. One of the things that really stood out is the cinematography for me. I really enjoyed the cinematography in here, especially when I'm bad with names, but when the cop was chasing
Yeah.
the dope fiend.
Yeah, the,
You know,
the
I
crackhead.
the crackhead, right? I
Paul-
just thought those
Paul-
driving scenes were very intense. It
Yeah.
really put you in the movie. You're on this chase, this intense chase with this cop trying to basically save himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In so many words. So I really enjoyed it.
Officer Morgan, Paul Morgan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay. Let me ask you this. This movie had one reoccurring theme in this film, and you can tell like another villain, which in this film nobody seems to notice, but I did, and plus I noticed the director did because he did an interview doing a promotional tour, and that is one of the reoccurring things dealing with, at least with Officer Morgan and Justine, is they both are struggling with addiction.
okay.
Justine has an alcohol addiction, and so does Morgan.
Yeah.
Officer Morgan. So you notice in the film when she's invited him to the bar,
Yeah.
and he's saying like, you ain't supposed to be drinking
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and one thing led to another. Then I was like, oh, we didn't see it until later.
Yeah.
His side of the story, how his point of view of things that actually slept together.
Yes.
And I think that's what one of the things that Zach was saying in the interview too about one of these movies talk about is addiction.
I can see that.
Because he said he grew up with two alcoholic parents
Okay.
that had addiction to alcohol. So I think he's bringing that in the movie, which leads to my question. What does this film say about evil, addiction, and also, people and the people and the school system? Because we saw how the school reacted, and the school system reacted to this situation about the kids being missing. So what did this movie say about all those things?
They're all weapons of destruction, chaos,
Mm-hmm.
and some kind of form.
They all can destroy. And I'll just piggyback off of you. They all can destroy something within a blink of an eye.
Riot,
Right.
alcohol can, too much of that.
Even the school system can break up families, or can do major damages to a person's career. Just off of whatever. Oh, it was her fault. They last seen when in her classroom, or the teachers. I'm sorry, the staff really not administration not really
Backing
the teachers. You know what I mean?
Prime example, Archie.
Yeah.
The things he did, far as painting the car and everything, tracking her where she lives and everything. you know.
right.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't her fault anyway. She didn't have nothing to do with it until you see later in the film the boy's side of his side of the story, how it became,
I love that.
how
The-
it became
Yeah.
became. But I think for me it says a lot that it these things can ruin lives.
Yeah.
I mean, both you and I work in the school system. We
Right.
seen it firsthand. It can ruin lives. And I say, as far as the town, just like with Halloween Ends, we see how a town can turn a person into the very thing that they try to avoid, which is an evil person. And we can see that this witch turned that town. into, a thing, and people always gotta blame somebody.
Yeah.
But the teacher was innocent. That's the thing.
Right.
Even though she has a past,
Yeah.
but what her past has to do with teaching those kids
Exactly.
about kids. She was at home, and if you look in the film, even the cop said to Archie, he said, "Look, you got the film. You got your door cams. They kids got up out the house by themselves.
Yep.
Nobody forced them in there. Nobody coached them. The camera shows they just up and walk. No forced entry. So how can it be her fault? Which it was.
Blaming the, what it goes back to judging the book by its cover, all because she had that past. They just figured, hey, it was her.
Yeah.
She had something to do with it.
I want to give a shout out to Amy Madigan. Is her name? Amy Madigan, who played Gladys.
Oh, the witch. Yeah,
Man, she was creepy, man.
Yeah, Amy.
She was.
She did her thing.
She was creepy, man.
I believe.
When they first introduced her character, when Officer was back there. No, when the gentleman, the addict, gentleman was back there, he was running. At first, I thought that was some hallucination. When he saw Gladys back there,
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, who was that creepy lady back there?
Yeah, we did. I didn't even know who she was. I was like, man, that was very creative. Cause Amy Madigan did her thing as Gladys.
She did.
I think this is one of her best roles. She really plays this villain, and I can kind of feel for her because she's trying to preserve her life. But then again, the question is, how many families and life she's ruined in this? How old is she?
That is a
because
good question.
she is just pure evil. You know, it's like how many families? Because I think you're not really related to this family.
That's
what I'm like. I don't think you
what-
related.
Because
That's what we kept saying.
because
like, man,
when the little boy walked in on the mom and father having a conversation, you can just kind of get that from what they're saying, or it could have been that, hey, maybe she did this to the rest of the family too.
yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
that's what I was thinking. Maybe she killed the auntie.
Yeah.
yeah,
and just had the information. Be like, oh, okay. They had pictures or something. Oh, okay. They got a nice little family here.
yeah, probably. So
And that's how she probably could move from town to town, and that's how maybe she's been alive for so long.
yeah,
Because you only got so many people in your bloodline where at some point you're gonna have to reach out. You know what I mean? So it goes back to what the question you asked of how old is this lady?
yeah,
So and how long has she been doing this?
yeah.
When did you think Gladys' downfall began in the film?
When I think it begins. I think when it begins when she asked the boy to get the kids inside the house. I think because she was bargaining, biting off more than she can chew. Because 22 kids is a lot.
Yeah.
And it's only so much that you can get away from. I think that was her downfall. Well, the minute she got those 22 kids into the house, because it caused an investigation. It called Archie to look, and you saw Justine. She was like, that's one of my students' house.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. I think that's her downfall, because eventually, the kid is going to fight back, in which he started to do.
Yeah.
But I do want to talk about how this film was shot from different characters' perspective.
I want to talk about that too.
That
love
was cool because it pieced everything together like a puzzle. So that's what kept me interested. See, we see Justine's point of view. We saw Archie point of view. Then we see the principal.
We was like, where did this red paint come from? Did you find out?
You find out it was Archie who did that, and we see the principal, how he was like, what the fuck just happened to him? Then we see how, because
Benedict Wong.
because Justine, she didn't want to obey the code of conduct of the student things, but she put that bug in his ear
Yeah.
And he was like, you know what? She could be right. Let me go down this rabbit hole, and what triggered Gladys to come
To his home.
to his
All
home.
of a sudden, you just pop up at my home.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, out of all places.
Then we see the crackhead's point of view.
Yeah.
Then Morgan's point of view.
Yeah.
You know, so I like that. It kept me engaged, and it kept things. You know, the ball. It wasn't. To be honest, it wasn't a dull moment in this
I
film.
wouldn't say that at all.
It wasn't a dull moment, but I do want to ask too. Like, can anybody relate to any of these characters?
I think we have I think every person has some type of addiction, whether it's cellular addiction to the most extreme crack cocaine and things like that. So I think everybody can relate to it in some kind of way.
Yeah, I know I can relate. And Justine character I can relate to because my mom struggled with drug addiction for a very long time. So when I saw Justine's and her battles with addiction in terms of alcohol, I just see what she was going through and how hard she was fighting, because that's how my mom was. She battled drug addiction for a long time, and luckily she beat it. But she passed away 2 years ago. But it wasn't the drugs that beat it; it was sickness. Mm-hmm. But could that drug related caught up with her, or the side effects? Possibly, but you know, that's when I was watching, I'm like, I can really feel for her, because you know. It makes you do other things, and people have to realize too that it's one thing for a person to be addicted, but people never talk about the effects that it has on the people around you.
True.
It's always being swept under the rug or overlooked a little bit, because you don't know. I have a friend, and she told me about her ex, you know, how he had post-traumatic stress disorder from fighting in Iraq and Afghanistan. She said people always talk about soldier and what they go through, but they don't know how their trauma affects them around. Closest people to. Sorry, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, we got a truck out there.
Yeah, I'm looking around.
Like, you know, we talking about something very important in the damn truck, you know, come around, but really? You hit a motorcycle, but you know, but you see that it's affecting those too around her, you know. So I think that's one of the characters I can definitely relate to, is her.
I can relate to Archie's character.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you can be so determined. You know, he was so determined but the path he took was the wrong. You know, as far as destroying the lady property.
Yeah.
And everything. You know.
Like, I know you're pissed, but what's good is going to do destroying people's property and stuff like that, too. And you see how that obsession of him trying to find his child affected his marriage.
Yes.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, what things do. Like, you know, it's one thing with the person. We sympathize. We you know, it's one thing. But my mom's addiction had a suffering on me, had made me, you know, and on my siblings. You can ask my sister, one of my sisters, Christina, how it affected her, you know. You know. So, yeah, man, yeah.
I think this was a unique film all around. I didn't see the witch angle coming, to really be honest.
Me either.
I just thought she was just a weirdo lady
Yeah.
was coming into the movie. I want to say up until maybe right before she went to the principal's house, I still thought it was a teacher. Because it's what I saw on TV, and I'm like, oh, well, it's her. They gonna figure it out somehow, and she got some way connected, and there was a little small piece of somebody's head going through a door, and it was blind. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm putting images together. It's her, but overall, man, this movie was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. I like that ending though.
I'm gonna go back into Gladys' downfall.
I want to go back to that.
Her downfall was showing Alex.
I would agree. I would say the same.
How she, how she does everything.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because kids pay attention to everything. He was a smart young man. He was very smart. You seen the love he had for his parents.
Yeah.
So.
I think she wanted to show him because
She was trying to
train him to do it too. I think she wanted to like take him under his wing. Well, that's I didn't even look at that, but yeah. That was because you should have never done that because he did it. And in a minute he snapped it. He got a hand and snapped the thing.
He was
kids, boy.
He was forced to do it.
Yeah,
because once he stepped over that line, she said, "Do not step over this." So when he stepped over, they started chasing him.
Yeah,
he had no choice.
But that also makes it even more unique because we thought Josh Brolin or Julia was going to be the hero, but it turned out to be the little kid.
The little kid is the hero.
So,
kids saving other kids. He saved his peers.
He did.
Yeah.
Even though some of them kids, like that boy, was being a dickhead to him, but I liked it, boy. She was, I was like rooting, like, she running for our damn life. The kids were relentless, boy.
It kind of put me in the mindset of the Netflix zombie show Black Summer.
Okay.
Like I think season 2, the like the opening sequence will have you glued to the TV from beginning to end because it is just that intense, and they brought that intensity to this movie. It's not the same people, but the intensity from that show to this is just about the same.
And the way they did the last ending of the movie when them kids was chasing after her ass and she was running through people's homes and they was busting through windows and doors. The way it was shot to break the intense moments, it was so much trauma, so much drama, so much tragedy and horrific things. They broke that scene with some comedy because you see the guy mowing his lawn, you see her running past. Oh, then you see the other kid. The guy turned around like, what the hell?
I got a question for you guys.
So I think that was really good.
I got a question for you guys. How did the film's ending land emotionally for you guys?
Oh, it landed excitement. It gave me like, there's light at the end of the tunnel. That, evil will only go so far, but good always overcome.
Okay.
Yeah, you can only go so far with your evil deeds.
Yeah.
So,
how did the no lining storytelling affect your understanding and emotional engagement?
How did what?
How did the non-liner storytelling affect your understanding of or emotional engagement?
That's a good question.
Something I thought about.
That's a good ass question there, bro. What do you got, Ira?
I'm still thinking on that one.
Shit. Dang, you got me.
Yes.
What, as far as them just not talking, is that what you're asking?
I think it's just the way that the actors prepared for their roles they got me. So I think that's what, because not just a good story, you need good actors to bring that story into life. And sometimes, as my acting teachers always say, less is more.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can say everything you need just by one look.
True.
Or one body shift. To get your point across,
That's true.
So I think it did say a lot about them emotionally because, sometimes, words just come out and just words, but it's the intention behind that too. Sometimes you don't need to say nothing.
True.
To get your point across.
The reason I came up with that question because I was thinking about the introduction and structure of things.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, actors using every part of their body to act. Really good job.
Yeah. So, I like it. And Weapons has taken the box office for the past 4 weeks, becoming the number movie, I think, in the world, or at least here in the United States. The movie is currently worldwide at 242,274,692 dollars.
Against what, like a $30 million budget, right? Something around that.
Some around that area.
Yeah,
Uh,
that is definitely a success.
so, yeah, that is a success.
Okay, I got one more thing.
Yep.
Let's each individually give a rating and a 1-sentence summary of how this film, what would you rate it and give us,
I'll give it a 9.5
Okay.
out of 10. And I get it in a sentence, I will say unique driven film. It's a unique driven film.
I would give it a 9. And I would say that this film had me glued to my seat.
I would give it a 9.5 as well. It mixes missing children and dark comedy, horror also well.
Yeah, it does.
So 9.5 for me.
It had you laughing. You at what part of the film you like, damn, I'm laughing like whoa.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real. The part where me and Ira kept rolling in the theater, when the guy, the dead
He
cop,
wouldn't
kept,
die.
he
Yeah.
wouldn't die. He kept like,
Crackhead, yeah.
cracked him again. He was like, he better not, I'm like, Ira, he better not say that again.
This motherfucker won't stay down. Shit.
Man, that was hilarious. That was, man.
Yeah, when you
Had
get
me in
possessed, hey, shit, when you get possessed like that, shit,
That shit had me in tears, man.
hell yeah.
I mean, I know it's a lot of different genres out there, and I've said this before, but this horror film tackled a big theme,
Yep.
which we talked about, which was addiction.
Yep.
So there is more to these horror movies than people think.
Yep. I've been saying that for a long time. And a lot of filmmakers touch on that stuff.
Right.
I will keep saying it. Go back and watch Nightmare on Elm Street. They talk about that too.
Yeah.
Look at Tina's mother. She had a fucking alcohol addiction and child neglect problem. Actually, no, that was Nancy's mother that had an alcohol addiction. She drinks too much. Tina's mom was neglecting her.
Yeah.
You see, only person who had kind of not really was Glenn, but we don't know about their household.
Yeah.
You know?
Even Carrie,
Yeah.
the way her mom treated her.
Yeah.
You know?
Look at Carrie, the way her mom, I'm a Christian man, grew up with a Christian grandmother and raised by a Christian. You know, I go to read my Bible and stuff, but shit, look at Carrie's mom. There's plenty of moms out there like that, who's zealots, who's radical like that, who's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
you know,
Horror films are not just about blood and guts.
Not at all.
no.
A story can still be told.
Yep. Look at Scream. Look at Sydney. She's been battling and having trust issues, especially with her mom.
Tales from the Hood.
Yep, Tales from the Hood. You talking about child abuse? Shit, look at that story. Look at the racism they was taught in there. So all that. So it's just more than just blood and guts. You know, you need the scares, but it's about,
Yeah.
It's a theme in there, and that is one of the things that makes us unique because we talk about those things.
Yep. And we can all relate. So go, if you have not seen it yet, go check out Weapons. Still in theaters before its time is up, because we know by the time you hear this recording, today is Friday, September 5th, and The Conjuring Last Rites just came out. So that may take over the box office this weekend. So please go check out Weapons. You will not be disappointed. And please, to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe and like our channel on the YouTube page.
Please.
We will be dropping content weekly. Check out some of our videos. Like and comment. Tell us what you think about Weapons. What does this film says to you? How does it speak to you? So until then, this is the Trio Blood signing off. Stay scaredy, my friends.
Yes. I'm gonna give you the crazy, sexy voice. I'm the Barry White of death. Yeah.